Hello ladies and gentlemen, in this video I want to talk about a new operator that is coming out in the second phase of update 1.1, which airs on March 12th. Here we have Rosina Wolf-Perlupina, younger sister of Wolfguard and the Pearl of the Pack. In the feud between the Pack and the Bone Crushers, many elder wolves paid a bloody price to rescue her. The blood that day stained her swaddling blanket red. Rossi is a guard character, which deals physical and hit damage. She's a single target damage dealer and can convert arts inflictions into vulnerability stacks. Her strongest damage output is her ultimate. So with that said, let's jump straight to her abilities. Her basic attack is 5 sequences attack, which deal physical damage and, as you may already know, restore some skill points after her final strike. Her battle skill, which has 2 sequences. Sequence number 1. She deals physical damage and applies 1 vulnerability stack. Sequence number 2. If the enemy already has vulnerability stacks, Rossi will trigger second sequence, which will apply Razor Claw Mark to the target. While this debuff lasts, it deals damage over time, and it is physical damage type. Besides that, the target affected by Razor Claw Mark will take more damage from physical and hit attacks. If Rossi scores a critical hit on an enemy affected by Razor Claw Mark, she will deal an extra instance of damage and recovers a certain amount of HP. If the target is combusted, this damage and HP recovery will be further increased. Yeah, it sounds a little bit more complicated than we are used to, isn't it? So, next comes her combo skill, which has 2 sequences too. When an enemy has both vulnerability and arts infliction stacks, it will be triggered. Rossi's combo skill has 2 consecutive sequences. Combo sequence 1 deals physical damage, combo sequence 2 consumes all arts infliction stacks from the target, dealing physical damage based on the number of stacks consumed, and applies leaf to it. Rossi's critical rate and critical damage are also increased for a certain duration. If combo sequence 2 is cast with perfect timing, apparently you should hit the button while her combo glows yellow, it applies 1 more stack of vulnerability to the target. So by the end of the sequence we will have 3 vulnerability stacks on the enemy. Alright, that's a lot of information to take in all at once, but let's check on her ultimate. So basically she just deals a lot of hit damage, but if you score a critical hit it will deal increased critical damage. Awesome. So, let's summarize the information that we have so far. Rossi definitely scales with critical rate, and as well her biggest damage output is her ultimate, which deals hit damage, and as we know, hit damage is arts damage, so she scales with arts damage too. I'm curious, will we get specific gear for her? Well, we'll see. But for now, let's jump to the first demo where devs showed us her combat. It is Rossi, Admin, Wolfguard and Akekuri. Let's break it down. They start combat with Admin's battle skill to apply first stack of vulnerability, and with Wolfguard's battle skill to apply stack of hit infliction. That triggers Rossi's combo skill. So he casts Rossi's combo skill, Wolfguard's and Admin's combo skills, followed up by second sequence of Rossi's combo skill. She consumed hit inflictions, dealt some physical damage and applied 2 more stacks of vulnerability. Next, Rossi's battle skill is cast, which applies 4 stack of vulnerability and the claw mark, followed up by Admin's battle skill, which benefits from Rossi's claw mark debuff, deals massive damage and consumes vulnerability stacks. Next, followed up by Wolfguard's ultimate, which applies combustion to an enemy. Combustion is must have before you use Rossi's ultimate because of Rossi's second talent, Seizing Blood. Next, casting Akekuri's ultimate for a link buff and finishing the sequence with Rossi's ultimate. Alright, neat and easy rotation. Let's see what devs got for us in the second demo. Alright, in the second demo we have Rossi, Gilberto, Dapan and Wolfguard, and we are fighting flock of enemies this time, so he casts Gilbert's battle skill to pull enemies together. After it exploded, it applied Nature Infliction and triggered Wolfguard's combo skill. He used his combo and applied Combustion to all enemies, followed up by Gilberta's combo skill, which lifted enemies into the air and applied 1 stack of vulnerability. Next, he used Gilberta's battle skill again to apply Nature Infliction, and followed up by Rossi's battle skill to apply Razor Claw Mark, plus 1 stack of vulnerability and trigger her combo skill. After using her 2-sequence combo, the enemy got 4 stacks of vulnerability and triggered Dapan's combo skill. After using his combo, stacks are gone and Dapan's ultimate has been used. After that, he used Rossi's battle skill. Now we have 3 stacks of vulnerability and Razor Claw Mark is reapplied. Enemy is staggered and receives more damage now. Gilberta's ultimate has been used, which applied our susceptibility to an enemy, and Nature Infliction, which triggered Wolfguard's combo skill. He used combo skill and applied Combustion to an enemy, and finished this sequence with Rossi's ultimate. So this is it for the second demo. Now let's talk about her possible teams, rotations, and if we can make a better team than Devs got here. So here are my thoughts on her. She's definitely a strong damage dealer and can be your on-field operator. Her main damage source is her ultimate. Besides that, she applies a Razor Claw Mark, which is debuff and increased damage received by enemy from physical and heat attacks. As well, she applies a lot of vulnerability stacks, which benefits physical teams. Well, she is definitely all-round operator, so let's talk about her possible team compositions. Let's talk about operators who can work well with Rossi and make some teams. So basically we use Wolfguard just to apply Combustion, but we can apply it without him. Any other infliction plus heat infliction equal Combustion. Let's substitute Wolfguard with Akekuri and talk about what can come out of it. So, the team Rossi, Gilberta, Dapan and Akekuri. Gilberta is applying Nature Infliction with her battle skill as well her ultimate. Akekuri's battle skill can be used to apply Heat Infliction or turn Gilberta's Nature Infliction into Combustion to boost Rossi's damage output. Gilberta is applying our susceptibility with her ultimate, and here is a good thing: more vulnerability stack you have on the enemy, more R susceptibility you will apply to the enemy. 4 stacks equal plus 12% of R susceptibility, which is a lot of extra damage. Rossi makes it easy to apply a lot of vulnerability stacks, so Dapan here is just for vulnerability stacks utilization, but if you have maxed out Dapan, he will deal big damage too. But there is a better operator instead of Dapan, but on that later. And eventually Akekuri is here with her Link buff and SP recovery. That definitely should boost our ultimate damage significantly. So before you use Rossi's ultimate, you should have on the enemy Razor Claw Mark from Rossi, Gilberta's Art Susceptibility and Combustion. Next, Link buff and finishing the sequence with Rossi's ultimate. Should deal a lot of damage. What do you think? So, instead of Dapan, I will suggest taking Pog, if you have him. He can utilize vulnerability stacks too, plus he will boost your skill points recovery significantly. But yeah, he's 6-star and it is gonna be a lot of 6 stars in the team, you say. As well, we can just use Anmin, but yeah, I think Pog is just the best choice here. Instead of Gilberta, I'm thinking about Ardelia, which is basically free 6-star, and she applies our susceptibility and physical susceptibility, which is amazing because we deal both types of damage in the team with Rossi. But she's gonna be a little bit more tricky to use. Her susceptibility debuff lasts 30 seconds, but to apply it, you should trigger her combo first, and the enemy can't have any stacks of inflictions or vulnerability on him to trigger it, which is a little bit tricky because in the team with Rossi we usually have a lot of stacks. The only way to utilize Ardelia's susceptibility debuff is applying it before anything in the beginning of the battle and start your rotation from that moment, knowing that you have just 30 seconds to do whole rotation sequence and ending it with Rossi's ultimate. It is doable, but it is like one-time rotation because you will have to wait until your inflictions and vulnerability stacks wear off after the rotation to apply another susceptibility from Ardelia. Well, if your enemy is still standing, of course. Let's see whom we can take to the team instead of 6 stars. So instead of Ardelia or Gilberta, I'm thinking about Antal. Let's see what we can get out of him. So his battle skill applies focus on the enemy, which basically hits susceptibility debuff for 60 seconds. So it is up to 10% susceptibility, plus his P5 skill gives another 4% if the focus mark lasts for over 20 seconds on the enemy. And basically you have 12 to 14% hit susceptibility on the enemy during the whole fight. Isn't it good? So beside that, his ultimate gives you heat amp of 16 to 20%, and as well he can apply another stack of physical status or arts infliction with his combo skill. I think he is a good free option, like really good. Key takeaways. In her team should be someone who can utilize vulnerability stacks. Otherwise it is big loss in damage for the team. It can be either Anmin, Dapan or Pog. As well, to squeeze the most out of her ultimate, we should have someone who can apply combustion. We can use someone who can apply non-heat infliction plus someone with heat infliction, for example, Gilberta plus Akekuri or Wolfguard. Or we can just use Wolfguard who can apply combustion with his ultimate. As well, operators with art susceptibility are welcome. It can be Gilberta, Ardelia or even Antal. So here is my conclusion. I see Rossi as a main damage dealer. Technically, she can be used as sub DPS and provide her Razor Clawmark benefits for other main DPS characters, more likely in the physical team rather than hit team. But I just think she's really good on dealing a lot of damage herself. This is it for the video. I hope it was an insightful review of the Pearl of the Pack. As a reminder, Rossi will join us in the second phase of Update 1.1 on March 29th. Thanks for watching, like, comment, subscribe, well, you know that. And I will see you in the next video.